Hey guys, Ryan and Byron back here at Ground Control. Now we're going to show our first sweep from the butterfly series that we like to do from bottom. I'm going to start engaging with Byron, and now when I do my butterfly, when I enter, I try to avoid, me personally, entering with my hips square. I feel like it's easy for somebody to break me down. I prefer blading my body, and I blade it in the direction that I want to go for my initial sweep. So I might put my hand down to post, do a shift, or I may just shift my hips as I bring myself in. When we do this, the opposite side from where we're blading our hip, I'm going to try to establish an underhook onto the far side. So my hand's going to come underneath. I'm going to reach down towards the belt. I don't like coming up super high. I feel like that pulls the guy on top of me to flatten me out. I like to go low. In fact, the belt isn't really a prerequisite for finishing, but it's a nice gauge that if your hand is on the belt, you're in a pretty good position to hit this first sweep. So as I go deep, I'll probably start center of the back to start, and now I'm gonna do one adjustment and bring myself closer. As I bring myself closer, my underhook goes deeper, and I'm almost trying to attack towards the far hip onto the other side. When I do this also, my head is not up. I'm gonna keep my head nice and tight. I put my ear right towards his sternum or even his solar plexus. A common tendency for the top man here is to try to pass towards the side that we're sweeping towards. And what he does, you see what Byron's initial movement was putting his hand onto my knee. So we're gonna exploit that when we do this. I'm gonna maintain good head contact. And now my hand that is originally a post is gonna come up, and I'm gonna grab right at his wrist, right over his watch. When I do that, I punch his pulse right to his belt knot. So I'm gonna punch in. At the same time, I drop my elbow right to the inside of my knee, so I have a nice strong frame when I go for the sweep. I don't extend my elbow out, elongating myself. That's gonna make it more difficult. So as I punch, I'm gonna take the pulse, put it right towards the belt knot, drop my elbow right to the inside of the knee. From here, I'm gonna fall towards my shoulder, just like we did in that solo drill earlier in the videos. As I do it, my far side is gonna elevate the hip, like so. From here, my foot is gonna invert onto the mat. I'm gonna push off, extending at my hamstring. And now I walk in a circle until I break my partner or opponent's base. My knee goes to the mat, and now I wiper my foot so I can end up in a good mount position. As I do this, I've already released the belt, and I'm gonna swim up. Other hand looks for an underhook. And now I'm in a good mount position with double unders. Sometimes when we do this, partners are gonna have pretty good control of their base. It might take a couple steps. Byron's being a really good partner right now, so it only took one step to do that. But as I start coming underneath, sometimes guys keep really good hips. As I push off, I might need to take a couple of steps in a row in order to finish. We'll go one more time with it. So in my butterfly position, I'm gonna blade my body first onto the hip in the direction that we want to sweep. From here, my arm is gonna shoot. I like to go on the inside of my leg, and I shoot right towards the hip, trying to establish my underhook. I'm also gonna push off my hand and pull my hips towards my heels to get nice and tight. When Byron goes to put that hand onto the mat, I'm gonna release my post, and I'm gonna establish a grip onto his watch where my leg is being pushed down. From here, his hand's gonna be replaced by my elbow, my foot inverts, and now I fall to my frame. We're gonna push off our foot in a big extension, TPing our tailbone up towards the lights, and now we start walking in a circle until we end up in a mount position. We release the belt, other hand is gonna dig for an underhook, and now we swim above the head, knees come up to a high mount position. That's a basic underhook sweep from the butterfly guard.